Oh yeah, good evening, my viewers. My name is Charles, and permit me to be your crypto tutor for this moment. I want to show you something that is quite revealing, something that you would wish you had known all along. It has to do with savings, how you save your money. Do you save your money in Naira or do you save your money in Bitcoin? That is basically the essence of this video. I believe you're seeing my screen, and I made this video in a mobile device so that, because I believe most of you are going to be watching this on a mobile device. So you just follow my directions. You're going to understand what I am trying to show you. So we said, okay, fine. It's no longer news that the value of our local currency has been depreciating, and every rational person wants to, what can I do? What kind of hedge can I do to mitigate this problem? So that made us to, in our team, began to think what alternatives could be available. So we decided to study Bitcoin, an interesting asset that has been out there now for about 11 years. And we tried to say, okay, what if I had saved my money in Bitcoin rather than save it in Naira for the past time? So we looked at data that is available. We saw that we could find data for the past 6 years of Bitcoin prices. We could also find data for exchange rate of Naira to the dollar. Bitcoin is priced in dollar. In fact, right now, one Bitcoin is $11,400 as I speak. So we started from the year 2014, looked through the prices of the price of Bitcoin down to current year 2020. We found something quite interesting. We tried to look at the weekly prices. So you can see the first column here is the date on which this price is recorded. The next one is price of BTC in USD. We have exchange rate of Naira to the dollar, and then beside it here you have price of BTC in Naira. So when we times the exchange rate with the price of BTC in dollar, you have the price of BTC in Naira. So you can see by the 15th of by September 15th, Bitcoin was selling just $384, and that is 64,847 Naira. So someone decided, let's assume that you decide to save your money either in the normal bank as you save it, or you convert it to Bitcoin and save it. These are two alternatives. So if you saved your money in the bank for this period, you fast forward to the year, so you could, as you go down these columns, you see different dates, different prices of Bitcoin in dollars, different exchange rates, different prices of Bitcoin in Naira. And so you go down, and then at the end of the period under consideration, which is 6 years. So you can see this column here, down here, is when you saved 5,000 Naira every week in your account. You're going to have this one in yellow. I highlighted it. You can see this is total. You have market price of BTC in Naira. You have your current BTC value in Naira. So if you saved 5,000 every week, all right, for the past 6 years, you're going to have 580,000 Naira. If you saved 2,000, this column is saving 2,000 Naira every week in your bank, you're going to have 632,000. This other column, if you saved 1,000 Naira every week, you're going to have 316,000 Naira. And then lastly, if you saved 500 Naira every week, you're going to have 158,000 Naira. Now, this other column is for Bitcoin. If you decided to convert your money in Bitcoin at any point in time every week, if you did that weekly with 5,000 Naira, you're going to have 8.18 Bitcoin. All right. And given that the price of one Bitcoin today is roughly about 5.5 million Naira, that means if you had been able to do this diligently and accumulated 8.18 BTC, today you're going to have 45 million. You can see the green highlighted cell, 45 million. Now compare it with 1.58 million. You see, this is actually revealing, and there's nothing else you could have done. You just make these savings. You don't need to do any other research. You don't need to get a degree for it. There's nothing else. Just make your savings in Bitcoin, and this is what you get. And this data I am quoting here, publicly available data. The data on exchange rate is available on the CBN website. The data on Bitcoin prices over the 6-year period is available on Yahoo Finance. Those who are familiar with Yahoo Finance, you can get this data. You can do this research for yourself as well. So if you did for 2,000 per week, if you converted it to Bitcoin, you're going to have 18 million. If you held it in Naira, you're going to have 632,000. 1,000 would give you 316,000 in Naira or at the end of the period, and in Bitcoin it will give you 9 million. 500 Naira will give you 4.5 million, whereas you keep it in Naira, you have 36. You would have 158,000. And remember what happens with the money when you keep. Of course, there will be charges, maybe stamp duty, maybe maintenance, maybe whatever charges. So that again is another disadvantage. So at the end of this, we and our team, we decided that, look, this is some information that will profit a whole lot of people, and we are willing to put it out there in the public, and we are willing to launch a platform that helps you, to pick this Bitcoin bit by bit without stretching you. All right. And besides, but if you can't, we also have the option where you can look at these things on a monthly basis. If you're not able to save weekly, you can as well save monthly. The results are similar. All right. Definitely, it's better to save in Bitcoin than to save in Naira. The data don't lie. The data is publicly available. So what we're doing at Open Park Digital World is to give you that access, okay? Make it very accessible, very stress-free for you to save in Bitcoin instead of saving in Naira. So we have two options here. You could just give us your Bitcoin wallet address. We'll help you set up a Bitcoin wallet address. It's quite simple process. And each time you pay money to us, 500 a week, 1,000 a week, 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month, depending on what you can afford, we deliver your Bitcoin to your wallet address. So you just don't have anything to worry about. And besides, you have this option of using a standing order. So you just give an instruction to your bank, and then your bank makes weekly transfers to our company account, and you get your Bitcoin delivered. It's as simple as that. And then there's also option 2, where those who maybe you feel you have issues with saving, you may run off and sell off your coin immediately for money. You may allow us to maintain custody of your funds, depending on what you agree with us. Maybe 12 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, and then at the end of this period, we sell off this asset and you get back your money. So there are two ways to this. So I want to encourage us that this is a better you can have this as a pension fund. Set up a reliable pension for yourself, for your future. You can there's so much benefit to it. The data is there. I want to encourage us to adopt this. Reach out to us. We're there on social media. Our phone lines are open. We can help you get started on this, and it's something that I promise you it's really going to be beneficial to you. Thank you very much for sparing time to watch, and feel free to reach us if you have questions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I tell you, it's something that you are going to be ever grateful for. If you look at what happens in I want to bring some other perspective to this. The real estate, we all know that land is an asset that does not increase in quantity over time. Rather, you have population increasing. The world population today is about 7 billion. It's going to increase definitely. The Nigerian population is about 200 million. It's going to increase again definitely. But the land available remains constant. That's why every rational person wants to own a parcel of land, right? When you make some money, in fact, some real estate companies now, they allow you to buy your land, pay by installments, and that is the same thing that similar properties is what Bitcoin has. Okay, Bitcoin is limited in supply. There's only going to be 21 million of Bitcoin. So, and Bitcoin is a global asset. That again is an advantage. For instance, if you own a parcel of land in your own village, all right, if I'm not from your village, no matter how expensive it is, it may not make sense to me as a person. If like in my own village, a parcel of land goes for around 10 million. Yeah. So now, if you're not from my village and I say bring 10 million for that parcel of land, it's not going to make sense. But Bitcoin is a global asset. In other words, the person in America values it, the person in Australia values it, the person in China values it, the person in Africa values it. So that gives again an advantage, all right? And then given to the fact that it's going to be limited in supply, it's going to be just 21 million units for 7 billion people to struggle to earn. That again makes it that it keeps appreciating in value with time. compare it to the normal currency that we're used to. You hear our parents say, oh, they bought a brand new car for 3,000 in the 70s and 80s. Now you can't get a brand new car for 3,000. But Bitcoin is the exact opposite. As the days go by, the unit of Bitcoin continues to buy more and more. And as a person, of course, that's why your interest is. You want to be able to buy more. You want to buy a lot of goods and services. So instead of having money that keeps buying you less and less, you can as well keep money that keeps buying you more and more and more. So thank you for your time. I believe you find this video very useful. We're ready to get you started on this journey, help you access Bitcoin, sell when you want to sell, buy when you want to buy, to help you to make sure you don't fall into the hands of scammers. There's a lot of scam happening around the cryptocurrency space, and that's why we are here. So thank you very much, and God bless you.